Hi and welcome back, everyone. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Degrazia is not graceful. This is one of the first few videos, and welcome to my house, by the way. Special appearance by one of my cats. But it was brought to my attention that I have done a couple of videos, but I haven't done like a backstory on me. So this is going to be that video. This is going to be the get to know me video, and hopefully it will answer some of your questions. I'll try not to make it too long. But if you have any commonalities, in the story, why not leave a comment, right? But let me start with the name of my channel, which is actually my last name, degrazia. And degrazia means in full of the grace of God. And super, super Italian last name, by the way, if you didn't notice. My background is Sicilian and Jewish. And so I really enjoy my last name, it's a point of pride. I think it's really beautiful. I have it tattooed on me, actually. So I wanted to incorporate it into the name of my channel because if the channel is going to be me and mine, I wanted to make it personal. So yeah, it's a little tidbit about myself. Other than my last name and my background, I guess the most common question I get asked, and a question that I got asked when I asked you guys to tell me what you wanted to know, was how did I come to Kenya? So I actually moved out of my parents' house when I was 17, technically. I graduated high school a year early. Normally in the US, you graduate when you're 18. I really hated school. I actually wanted to drop out, but my parents convinced me not to drop out, and I figured out a way that I could graduate a year early. So I graduated a year early, mostly out of laziness, not because I'm super smart or anything. But so with that year, I went to Zambia for a little bit, and I lived in Livingstone, Zambia, on like an animal, preservation sort of thing. And I helped raise lions for a little bit. I raised little cubs, very, very cute little cubs that were like 12 to 13 months. And so I learned a lot about what I thought I wanted to do at the time. I was super sure I was going to go into like the typical white person thing when we come to Africa, like eat, pray, love my way through Kenya kind of thing. I realized that was dumb. I realized that it doesn't make sense to try and go into something environmental when we kind of already know what we needed to know. So when I came to USIU, my sister was already there, so I just decided I'd move in with her. I thought, let me study environmental law, let me go into law. And so originally I was getting my degree in international relations. And then I realized something about myself, which was I freaking hate international relations. I found it so boring. I found it so almost tedious in the way that it's all theory, and it was frustrating to me because I'm very much like a doer, action, solve the problem person. And I accidentally took a criminal justice class, because it was my minor, but it was accidental in the way that I was a freshman and it was like a junior senior class, but I loved it. And so in that, I sort of discovered that I wanted to study criminal justice, and that's what I did. My degree is in criminal justice with minors in psychology and IR, because I didn't want to waste the classes. But so yeah, that was sort of the school that I took. That's how I came to Kenya, and I decided that I didn't want student loan debt, so I didn't want to go halfway. I had to finish school, and that's what I did. But throughout finishing school, because I've always been tattooed, if you watch the previous video, you'll learn more about that. But I was getting noticed, and a lot of people were noticing me for videos, for modelings, for things like that. And so that sort of launched me into what I'm doing now, working in the entertainment industry. Which in retrospectively is probably better suited for me than criminal justice, because I was this close to going to law school, guys. I was so close, till I realized that I look like this, you know, I'm covered in tattoos. It probably wasn't gonna be me running around a courtroom. And so the journalistic route really works for me. I like the idea of activist work. I like the idea of charity work, things like that. Once I become bigger and more stable, you know, hopefully that's where my life is gonna lead. But for now, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the growth. So I guess really the last thing to talk about, because I don't want to make this video too long, is the next question that I usually get from people, and I'll talk more about it throughout videos, but I get a lot of people, and I'm very honored by the requests for mentorship. I don't think I'm in a position to mentor anyone right now. Not necessarily because I don't necessarily think I'm in a big place. You know, I don't think that I'm in this prestigious place, but I do appreciate the idea that other people see my growth and they see me growing. So I thank you for that. But really, I feel like something that I would give those people, or anyone who wants to get into the entertainment industry, in general, female, male, whoever you are, you know, whether you're a host, musician, anything, is discipline. That's something that we've seen throughout our interviews on the show. That's something that I've seen throughout my, you know, interactions with people, is understanding that discipline in whatever you do is super important. That doesn't mean that you have to be like militant about it. That doesn't mean that, you know, you're waking up at 6 a.m., you're not going out, you're not talking to anyone unless it's business kind of thing, because balance is important. But just make sure that that balance is disciplined. You know, you're really giving your time to what you need to be giving, in the sense that you're intentionally taking time off and intentionally relaxing, and you're also intentionally putting work in. You know, you're doing everything with like passion and urgency, because, you know, the closing note I feel like I should give people is understand that the only person who's gonna live your life urgently and seriously is you. So you gotta take yourself and your work really passionately and love what you do. And I've never seen anyone who's very successful not love what they do. So just keep that in mind. So I hope this video answered a little bit of your questions. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.